How are you? Kanye West for president. What do you all think about that? Anyway, I think it was 2016, July 2016, Kanye announced that he was going to run for president in 2020, I think he said. Or was it 2024? Whatever it was, it's 2020, and he came through on the promise. He announced that he was running for president. Sort of, because fast forward, it is now September, and he's sort of not, is running. Who really knows? He recently sat down for an interview with Nick Cannon, and we're going to talk about that more extensively. Hi, I'm Dr.D-Nice, serving you pop culture seasoned with wellness and wisdom. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I put out a lot of wellness information every day. You can learn how to sleep well, how to exercise, how to just take good care of your body to make it operate at its best. Follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the bio, but it's at Dr.D-Nice, Beaugelin. Look in the link in the bio. Anyway, Kanye West sat down with Nick Cannon recently for a full-on interview. This interview came after Kanye had his first rally, his first presidential rally, and he had a huge breakdown, and lots of people kind of ostracized him for that. And Nick Cannon sat down with him just to get an idea of where he was. They're really, really good friends, and really giving him a platform and the opportunity to just tell the world, where are you? What are you doing? Are you running for president? What's going on in your mind? Are you crazy? Are you yayze? Let us know. And he did. It was almost 2 hours, and I loved every second of it. I love Kanye. And for those of you all who don't know Kanye, he is a multi-billionaire, multi-genius. These are terms that they use in the interview, and a true artist. He has been around for a long time. He's been a producer, a lot of great hits that he's produced for other people, a lot of great hits he's produced for himself. He's a fashion designer. He makes those Yeezys, the sneakers that a lot of people wear. And honestly, as far as his music goes, I am not a huge music fan like that. I don't consume a lot of music, but I stay in tune with pop culture. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I may go to a concert here and there. I don't stream. I don't know, I'm just not, I listen to music in my car, guys. I listen to the radio. I know you're like, nobody don't listen to the radio, Dr. D-Nice. I do. I've told you all before, I really think the radio is a pulse on what's popular. That's what they're putting out there. That's what I do. That's the kind of music consumer I am. I am a consumer of pop culture, though, on Instagram. I like to see what music people have playing in the background. If it's not something I'm familiar with, I may even Google it because I need to know who's hot and what's out there. But anyway, that's my relationship with Kanye. I've honestly never bought any of his music. I've listened to it a lot, though. I've gotten down to it a lot, though. I just have never bought anything. Sorry, Kanye. I support you, though. You're my man. Anyway, that's me and Kanye and our music relationship. But you know what? He didn't need me. He didn't need my help to become a multi-billionaire. He didn't need my help to become a super great artist. This man is talented. You cannot deny his talent. And so a little bit about him, though. In last year, actually, he became a Christian. If you knew the pre-Christian Kanye, his music was a typical rap music. Well, I won't even say typical. More insightful, forced you to think outside the box. You can tell that he was really eccentric. You can tell that he had a more artist brain. He definitely had a cocky attitude. And you could also tell this man was genius, though. And he did make the usual booty shaking, I don't know, were you shotting up people a lot in Kanye's music? Maybe a little bit here and there, but not super gangster, not gangster like that. But there's definitely a lot of women shaking their butts, but shaking it with a purpose, maybe? he forced you to level up just a little bit more. He always did, and forced you to be more individualistic. Grab a hold of who you were as a person. That's the kind of music that Kanye made, and he made a killing doing that. But in 2019, he became a Christian, a born-again Christian, because he did grow up in a Christian type household. He became a Christian, gave his life to God, and you all may have seen or may have watched, especially at Coachella, they had that amazing performance with the Sunday service, the choir, all of that. And he actually produced a record from there called Jesus is King, which absolutely did well. He has really embraced his Christianity quite a bit, and you know, I'm here for it because I'm a Christian, and I really appreciate when people are come to know Christ, and yeah. He did it. He did that thing. And I appreciate him being out there. Kanye is also known for his outbursts. You all may remember, I think it was 2009. Yes, 2009 with the MTV Music Awards. He got up there and he was like, Beyonce had the best record. I think that's what he said. Beyonce had the best record with Taylor Swift's getting her award. He actually hopped up on the stage, took her mic, excuse me, no disrespect, and said that. Like, he's like, has no filter. He talked about in this in the interview with Nick Cannon also. And he had another episode in 2005 during Hurricane Katrina. He and Mike Myers were on screen, and he just said, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Y'all remember that? You too young? He said it though. I mean, honestly, when he said those things about Beyonce, about George Bush not caring about black people, honestly, a lot of us were like thinking it in our heart and didn't say it out loud. So he really didn't catch a whole lot of smoke from a lot of people. I mean, it went, you know how it went. This is not the right thing to say. It was all over the news and things. But there are a few people in their heart that were like, okay, it didn't take away from the man's pocket. That's all I'm saying. He went on to still, I mean, he wasn't a billionaire then. He made his billions afterwards. That's who we're dealing with. Now, let's go forward to his campaign run. Now he's a Christian, and he has decided that he's going to make good on his promise, because he had said years ago that he was going to run for president, and he decided to make good on his promise. He runs for president. He has his first political rally in Charlotte, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, on July 4th of this year, July 19th. My bad. July 19th he had that. During the whole extensive thing where he was talking, he had this moment where he started weeping about the thought that he almost convinced his wife, and you all know he's married to Kim Kardashian. They have several beautiful children. He's almost convinced his wife to abort their daughter, North. This is her oldest child. I think she's 7 now. 7, yes, I think so. Almost convinced her to abort her. And he was weeping about that. And people called him crazy for that. Just to back up a little bit, Kanye does have the diagnosis of bipolar. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So he does have a mental health disorder, and with him now becoming a Christian and speaking out against abortion and really adopting a more conservative value base, it has not sit very well with his people that were usually for him. We could say Black America, we could say liberals. A lot of people are having trouble accepting his message. And honestly, I think it's probably more than that too. The fact that he's a musician, the fact that he really hasn't really stated his platform very clearly. There are a lot of other reasons why people are not fully embracing his candidacy for president. And honestly, it doesn't even look like he's running right now. That's what I got from it. He may make a more formal run in 2024. I'm guessing this was just like throwing his hat in the ring to see if anybody would show up, and people did show up. And let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we can learn from Kanye. And let's really understand who he is. One, he has really embraced his Christian values. And he decided he was a Christian, and he went all in. I don't know if any of y'all have had those come to Jesus moments where you're so excited right then in the beginning, and you want to tell everybody about the love of Jesus. And it's amazing because he has this huge platform and he's sharing it with everybody. And a lot of people are hearing. A lot of people have actually even gotten to know Christ a little better through this huge, Kanye is huge rap artist, swinging all the way to the other side of becoming a more conservative, a more faith-based person. And he has really been unapologetic about his belief in Jesus. He called his album Jesus is King. He tells a story about one of his concerts recently where an atheist came up to him and said, "Why do you have to be saying Jesus so much?" And he said that just egged him on. Jesus, 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 Jesus. That's all he was going to say from then on. He said that in an interview with Nick Cannon. And, that's who Kanye is. If you tell him, don't do it, he's gonna do it. I have a son that's like that, by the way, my middle son. And he's also really embraced the value of family. He really feels that family is the base. If the family is intact, your cities, your towns, your country, all those things would be intact. You can't hate him for that. And he also has a stance, along with his conservative stance, he has his stance on abortion. We saw him when he had that breakdown in his political convention. Yes, where he had that breakdown from his daughter, about him almost aborting her. And honestly, this is a fact that I didn't know. When I watched the interview with him and Nick Cannon, I didn't realize, did you all know that almost 1,000 black babies are aborted every year in America? I had no idea. That fact blew my mind. And actually, he added that that abortion kills more black people than HIV, homicide, diabetes, cancer, accidents, and heart disease total. That blew my mind. I had no idea. Of course, he's against Planned Parenthood, and I don't know where you all stand. I'm just giving you all the information. And you can see he's a person that he takes this personal. This is our black community, and he feels that it's being destroyed by abortion, and he feels that we need to do things to repeal that, to change that. And that, of course, we all know abortion is a complicated issue here in America. It results in huge political fights, and you have the conservatives, you have the liberals, it's one of those hot button topics that he is attacked head on, and he's made a line in the sand about his stance on it. He is also, let me back up and say, when he did that outburst for his daughter in his conference, the thing in South Carolina, people were just like, "That's it. Kanye is crazy. He needs to get back on his meds," because, like I said before, he is bipolar. And there have been some reports before that he didn't want to take meds because it could mess up his artistry. And, well, I've never verified that, but there's been reports of that. But when he was there weeping tears for almost aborting his daughter, it was just, everybody just said he's crazy. He's done lost his mind. He's out there in Wyoming in the country, done losing his mind out there. He needs to go back to being a regular singer, artist, and stop this Jesus thing. I don't know what people are thinking, but anyway, people were not on his side for him losing his mind, for acting crying like that over his daughter. But what he says, the third point I want to make about him, he's not crazy, he's yayze. And what that, he defined yayze for us too. I have my little notes down there. It's crazy and it's real good. When something's crazy and it's real good, you have had those moments. Somebody said something real crazy and you're like, that's kind of a little off, but it's making sense to me. It's hitting some kind of way. That's what he defines yayze as. And you know what? I think it's a good definition. This man is an artist. He just speaks things, and you know, we may not be able to fully appreciate all the things that he's saying. You may not even really agree with it, but you have to at least get a hats off to him, applause or something. He is living life by his own terms. He became a billionaire, a multi-billionaire on his own terms. He is using his artistry, he's using his gift to help humanity the best way he can. And I just can't wait to see what happens, what comes forward, what happens from now on with Kanye. He's somebody to watch. Let's just be honest. You know, they called Einstein crazy. People think now, looking back, he may have had some sort of autism. He was definitely eccentric. And look, he has pretty much done saved our planet with some of the discoveries he's made in physics. You know, maybe there's room for a person like Kanye that just really thinks differently, thinks outside the box. And because a lot of us think differently and think outside the box in the privacy of our own home, he thinks differently and thinks outside the box and is brave enough to put it out there for judgment. He does not care because he knows only God can judge him. He is fine. He understands that he has to answer to God. That's how he feels. And he is fine with putting himself out there for judgment, because you all can't judge him. It's only God that knows his heart and knows what this man wants to do. And he feels very, very indebted to God for the gifts that he has and for giving him the opportunity to share it. I don't know. I like the man. I like him. I mean, do I agree with every single thing Kanye does? No. But you know what? I am open to hear and listen to people's perspective. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video on Candace Owens too, because I actually like her. I appreciate her perspective. I want to hear all perspectives, and it's no fun living in an echo chamber and really wanting to beat people up for just sharing their perspective. I'm open to people's perspective. Anyway, let me know. So Kanye, he's not running for 2020, it sounds like. But it sounds like he may be for sure doing a more official run in 2024. Y'all voting for him? I don't know. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, wellness information all day, every day. You can follow me in the stories. I give a wellness tip every day. I have a live that I do every Saturday featuring high school and college age youth. Just a fun time. It's always good to get more wellness information. You got to get your mind right and your body tight. It's important. And remember, I got you. Peace and love. Can't forget love. See you all next time. Bye-bye.